the rest. So
all right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Workout Wednesdays. Glad you could join us today. Today we're going to be doing a classic fast MaxT3 workout. So MaxT3 has been around for a decade or more now, and this is one of the very first modules that was put together. Now, we've done some modifications here. We've put together our own movements that's our classic workout movements that you can find in just about any fitness routine, but they have been chosen by these lovely ladies behind me here. So if you don't like any of them, feel free to substitute your own. Don't complain to us. You know, we're just doing it for us, and that's the key thing with any workout routine is you're doing this for you. For whatever your health goals are, for whatever that reason is, find that why behind it and then push yourself to be able to achieve that. Remember, we're working out to your ability, not to my ability, not to any of these ladies behind me ability either. Now, if one of them match your ability, then it's good to kind of go along with that and follow them with the movement. So I'll be stepping back here in a second to make sure that you get an opportunity to see them and see how they modify each of these movements. But let's go through what those movements are first. And so you can see over here on my whiteboard, over to my right, the different movements that we'll be doing. So a classic fast workout means that for 1 minute at a time, we're going to be doing each of these movements before moving on to the next. And so your target heart rate for each of these is 80%. We're going to start off with squats. Squats, we've done these almost every week because they're favorite of several of our staff here. But basically what that is it's sitting. You're going to sit and you're going to stand. And the key is keep your chest up. Don't let your knees track in front of your toes, and you go up and down and up and down. Now, you can do these really fast and get your heart rate up really high, but going for a minute, you're gonna burn out your quads really quickly. You're gonna feel this one during the workout. And so you wanna set a steady pace with this so you can get through the full minute. This is not a sprint, but this is a fast movement workout. After we get through a minute of that, we'll be moving to crunches. So we'll have to move down to the floor on your back. So I recommend a mat or a soft carpet to support yourself. Now, sit-ups are a classic ab workout that most people realize, but most people also do that wrong. They put too much strain on their neck by either pulling their head up or just keeping their chin tucked to their chest. The nice thing about crunches is all you have to do from a crunch is lift your shoulders up off the floor. I like to put my hands across my chest so I'm not grabbing my neck and putting too much strain there. And it's just an engagement of those top abs as you come up and as you go down. You're not really letting that disengage at all. So slow and steady wins the race, but keep it quick at the same time. So do as much as you can with that. Next is going to be our jab, cross, hook, uppercut combo. And so what that looks like is whatever your lead foot is, that's your jab hand. You're going to do jab, cross, hook, come across, and then uppercut. And you're just going to move back and forth through that over and over. And you probably mess up. It's okay. Just jump right back in as you catch it. Because we're doing the whole thing twice, just do the one side this first time through, and then the next time around, we'll do the other side so you're getting both movements equally on both sides. From there, we'll be moving straight into calf jumps or raises. So depending on your fitness level and the health of your of the joints of your knees and your ankles, you're either going to be jumping up and down or simply raising your calves up and down. We're doing this in place of jumping jacks. We blasted our calves last week with jumping jacks. I think I still left some of my calves on the floor from the jumping jacks we did last week. And so this week we're just isolating the calf muscles instead of doing those jumping jacks today. Planks, it's a very isometric movement, meaning that you're not moving at all. You're just holding that. And so you can do that from the push-up position. You can do that from your elbows. You can do it against the wall. You can do it on your knees. Whatever your fitness level holds, a minute is a long time to hold that movement. And not a long time, but it can start, you can start to feel it by the end of a minute. And so we're going to go through that for a full 5 minutes, 1 minute each, with about 5 seconds of transition between. Then we'll take a minute break, and then we'll go into again. No bonus round today. It's a 10-minute total workout, 11 minutes combined. If you include the break, make sure you have water on hand to grab a drink if you really need it. I don't want you dehydrating or passing out. But we're going to start off with just a quick warm up. We'll do a couple of those jumping jacks, and then we'll get into this thing. All right, ready? Go. Just a light jumping jack here. One of the users last week pointed out my form with this. I keep my elbows tight so that I don't hit the ceiling. You know, us tall people, sometimes we have the problem of when we jump and extend our arms, we hit things. So better to keep your arms cocked and get that full range of motion with those jumping jacks. Let's transition here to run in place. Just a light jog, not going too fast. Just get the blood flowing during this first portion of the workout. Ideally, we want a little glisten of sweat coming off by the end of the warm-up. That just tells us that we've got the blood flowing, our body's starting to process that detoxification channel, starting the natural cooling process of allowing some of that sweat to come out. All right, do high knees, bring the knees a little higher. Not going too intense here, but you want increased range of motion. If you need to modify, again, that's just a simple knee raise. If that's too much pressure on your joints, to do that. We're going to switch here. We're going to do butt kickers. So just bring those legs up behind you. If you need to modify, again, that's just a gentle kick up so you don't put too much pressure on the knees or the ankles. Keep going with that. And a couple more jumping jacks here. Keep the calves warming up. All right, wonderful. Let's stop here, catch our breath real quick, do a couple deep breaths. Deep breath in, bring your arms all the way up. And exhale. Bring your hands to center. Deep breath in, arms all the way up. Exhale, hands over heart. Deep breath in, all the way up. And on the exhale, we're going over to the side. Hold that stretch for one more breath. And exhale, back up. Inhale over to the other side. Breathe through this stretch. And inhale up. And then we're going to be bending forward at the waist, straight down, flat back. And collapse one vertebra at a time. Bend your knees slightly if you need to in order to get your toes or your hands behind your ankles. Just give that low back and the glutes a little bit more of a stretch there. All right, slowly straighten out. Come up one vertebra at a time. Let's get the quadriceps and pull up one hand behind or one foot behind. As you find that spot on the wall, catch your balance. If you don't work your balance, you don't improve your balance. So make sure you're working it. If you don't have good enough balance yet to do this without assistance, make sure you grab a chair or have a wall next to you so that you're not relying completely on just your core strength to keep you up. Let's switch legs. Bring that up behind you. A couple of tricks on keeping your balance. Find a stable spot on the wall in front of you, or just a object in the room that's not moving. Or a 2-year-old is probably not a good example of that. And then also you can center yourself by putting your hand over your abdomen. And by doing that, it helps you to maintain your balance and improve it. And the more you work it, the better you get at it. All right, go ahead and put that down. We're mostly warmed up here. We'll do just a couple of shoulder movements. We're not doing a lot with shoulders today. I just like to get it stretched out and warmed up. Go across the chest there, and then we'll go across the chest there. That should cover what we do with our punches just by going across. We're not going too intense. There's no weights today. Our weight is our body weight, but you can get in the shape of your life without any equipment. We're going to show that to you today. All right. Looks like we're about ready to get into this thing. We're going to give it about 20 seconds here for you to get your position. We're going to start off with squats. We're going to be doing a minute straight of squats. Give it a 5-second transition, jump into crunches. So we're just going to roll through this thing, and I'll be calling it out. Now let me adjust the camera slightly so when we do go down to the floor, you can see us a little better. There we go. I'll step back so my head's not cut off, and we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Squats. Go. Find your pace. If this is too fast for you, slow it down a little bit. Or speed up. If your fitness level is so high that a minute of squats is nothing to you, go as fast as you need to. You don't need weight to make squats work for you, but you do need to be keeping track of your form. You should have your core engaged. Your chest should be right upright. Head should be up, shoulders back, and your knees should be tracking just out over your toes, not in front of your toes, but just out over your toes. Another 5 seconds here. And transition, we're going to crunches. And go. So a minute of these can feel like a long time. Don't put too much stress on your neck. Remember, you're raising your shoulder blades. Keep your core engaged. Just a little up, a little down. Halfway through the first set of these. Ten more seconds. Three, two, one. Switch. We're going straight into jab, cross, hook, uppercut, and go. Read through them. About 10 seconds, 15 seconds in. If you miss a rep, just jump right back into it. Over halfway. Three, two, one. All right, transition. We're going to the calf jumps. Ready and go. You don't have to jump if it's too much on your ankles, but if you can, it's a lot like jumping rope. If you get halfway through and you want to switch from there to the raises, go ahead. If you want to keep going, go ahead. If you were doing raises and it wasn't enough, you can jump into the jumps again. 15 seconds. Five, four, three, two, time. All right, transition. We're going to planks, so down on the floor again. Get your push-up position and go. Minute straight. If you want to go down to your elbows, you can do your elbows. If you want to go to your knees, you can go to your knees. If you want to go to the wall, you can go to the wall. But hold that position as best you can. From those active movements, this will probably bring your heart rate down a little bit, which is actually a really good thing going into the rest. But if you're coming from a rest straight into this, this will absolutely raise your heart rate up, even if you're not actively moving with it. Make sure that you are holding a plank, core is engaged, front and back side. Don't want to hurt yourself through this. Shift if you need to, but keep that plank engaged. And 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, you've got a minute break. We're gonna cut out here, but you guys keep going. Do this again. Remember, squats, crunches, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, calf jumps and raises, planks, and then you're done. Hydrate, get some quality protein within an hour of the workout, and make sure that you take all your vitamins today. Get some sunshine and get plenty of sleep tomorrow, and then you're right back to it. I'm Dr. Jake for the team here at Good Life Family Chiropractic. You guys have a great week.